Guys, to another magic trick video. In this magic trick, in this video, I'm going to show you how to do another cool magic trick. So what you'll need is a normal deck of cards, as you can see. This deck of cards that you need has no setup at all, and it is just a bicycle deck. As you know, bicycle decks are very popular. To prove to you that it's a bicycle deck, I'll just show you the bicycle card there. Okay. Now let's get started with this magic trick. First, I'm going to show you the performance, and then I'll show you the tutorial. So this card trick is called the 4x4 card trick. Okay, so welcome to the performance, and I'll be showing you how to do it after the performance. So I'm just going to lay out 4x4 cards. Okay, now I want you to memorize one of these cards. I'm going to make, I don't have a spectator, so I'm going to pick one card for myself. So let's think of the 10 of diamonds, okay? So I'm going to put this all up together. And I'm just going to put all the decks there. Now let's lay it out again. Okay, now we got the 4x4 again. So, your card is here, the 10 of diamonds. So now I know what your card is, the 10 of diamonds. Well, I already knew what it was anyway. So now I'm going to bring in all the cards. Oh, can't forget about that card. And I'm just going to put that at the bottom. And just put all these cards up together. So now we're going to put the pile, split the deck, this mini deck into 4 piles, okay? Just give me a second. Okay, now we have all the, we have 4 piles, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask the spectator, I don't have one, so I'm going to pick one myself. I'm going to ask the spectator to pick 2 decks. So let's say they pick these 2 decks, okay? So those 2 decks are going to stay in, and I'm going to throw out these decks. Okay, now we're going to ask them to pick 1 pile. Let's say they pick this one. So we're going to throw out this one now. I'm just going to move this in so you can see. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I want you to pick 2 cards. So I don't have a spectator, so I'm going to pick these 2. Okay. So now we have 2 remaining cards. And let's say they pick this one, okay? So we'll throw out this one. They could have picked any card they wanted. And as you know, the card that they had was the 10 of diamonds. They could have picked any card they wanted, and they picked the fabulous 10 of diamonds. Okay guys, now I'm going to show you how to do the tutorial video. And now I'm going to do the tutorial. So what you'll need is a normal deck, like I said before, and it's just a bicycle deck. Okay, so what you're going to do first is you're going to lay out 4 cards at the top, 4 cards below it, 4 cards below it, right here, and 4 cards below it. Okay, now we've got our deck here. So now we're going to ask the spectator to think of any card they want. Just to make it easy again, we're going to do the 10 of diamonds again. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to put all the cards in like this, okay? All of them in like that. And you're going to fold in the deck with the 10 of diamonds. You're going to put the deck of their card to the bottom of the thing. So you're going to put all the decks together and put the 10 of diamonds deck on the bottom. Now you're going to lay out the cards again just like you did at the beginning. Let me just do this quickly. So now if you didn't know that which one was their card, well now you know that one of the top cards is their card. So in this case their card is there. So we're going to get in all the decks. And you're going to leave the top card. So before that, you're going to ask them which pile is your card in. And it's in this third deck. So what you're going to do is you're going to put in these cards and put the 10 of diamonds on the bottom. Then, as last time, you're going to put the 10 of diamonds deck pile onto the bottom. Now you're going to lay out 4 piles. Okay? And while you're doing this, just to not make them bored, you can tell them a joke or something, just to keep them doing something. Okay, now when you've done that, you're going to ask them to pick 2 decks. I don't have a spectator, so I'm going to just pick 2 decks for myself. So I'm going to pick these 2 decks. Now, what you want to remember is, that this deck here is the deck with the 10 of diamonds. So you cannot let this deck go. So let's say they pick these 2 decks. It's one of their decks, so you're going to say, okay, those 2 are going to stay in. So and now you're going to put these cards all together. Okay? Now you're left with 2 decks. Now what you're going to do is you're going to ask them again to pick 1 deck. Let's say they pick the deck with the 10 of diamonds. We're going to take away the deck, this deck, okay? Now you're going to ask them to pick 1 card, 2 cards from here. Let's say they pick these 2. So these 2 are going to go. Now you're going to ask them to pick 1 card. So let's say they pick this one, so that one's going to go. Now at the end here, you're going to say, you could have picked any card you wanted. You could have made any decision you wanted, and you picked out your card. And it should have been their card, and yeah. Thank you for listening to the video. As before my last video, if you don't subscribe, the magic will not work, okay? So please subscribe and hit that like button down there, okay? Thank you for listening, and I hope for you to see my next video. Thank you for listening, and yeah, bye.